The mighty are falling and Africa's biggest football showpiece is living up to its billing. I welcome you to another edition of AFCON 2019 show on SaharaTV. My name is Gideon Lanero. Of course, football has been taking all the flags for the good, the bad, and the ugly. The round of 16 come and gone, some people licking their wounds, and some already progressing into the quarterfinals. These are some of the things we'll be looking out right after this time. Don't go away, and I'll be back in a jiffy. Yes, you're welcome back. This is still AFCON 2019 show on SaharaTV. My name is Gideon Lanero, and as usual, joining me today again is Habib Oladapo. Habib,
it's a pleasure to be here once again. Yes.
Habib, the round of 16 has come and gone, and we have seen some progress, some fell by the way. Surprises. Like I tagged it, it was between the 3-pointers against the 9-pointers.
Yes.
One of them is Morocco. Were you surprised against Benin?
Yeah, it was a huge surprise. Many expected Morocco to walk through Benin, but it was a shocker for them. They were not expecting what they met. The Beninois were compact, were defensive all through. They knew what they had to do, and they were able to execute that. The game went to penalties, and then it could go to anybody. It went to Benin at the end of the day.
All right. Another one is the one between South Africa that struggled out through the group stage and now seeing the back of the host nation, Egypt.
Well, it was a big surprise for everybody. Most people were looking out for Egypt to also take apart South Africa based on the performance in the group stages. But then, just one goal, they were able to put the Giants to bed, and after Egypt doing all the playing, the South Africans too were able to put up a good showing against the host, and with just one goal, they're in the quarterfinals. Right. Egypt out.
But we must give it to Algeria, one of the 9-pointers, and
are still remaining in the team
against their Guinea, the gods. So that shows that we should watch out for them.
Yes. Algeria have been the biggest team this tournament. They've been scoring goals, they've been playing beautiful football, and they've been taking apart their opponents. Guinea were never going to be able to stand up to them. It was just like a stroll in the park for them to Algeria, and they were able to defeat Guinea quite easily.
Wow. And for Madagascar, the Cinderella run continues for them. Against DR Congo, they got?
Against DR Congo, yes. I thought inexperience played a part. They could have finished the game in regulation, but inexperience played the part, and then thanks to penalties, they were able to stay in the tournament too. But I think having given this kind of showing, I think this Cinderella run might just be coming to an end.
Very soon. All right. Okay, we'll come to that. Well, quickly, let's look at Nigeria against Cameroon, arch rivals. That game also got a lot of people talking too.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most interesting matches in the round of 16 fixtures. Nigeria, Cameroon any day is going to be a tough fixture in Africa, and then the two teams came to the party. Nigeria were able to nick it, though it was a difficult match for them. Cameroon came. They knew they had a game plan, used the wing play perfectly, and they were able to put our wing backs on make them uncomfortable through the games. They were able to bully their way through with their strength and fineness too on the field of play, but just a little bit of this and that in the second half from the Nigerian coach. We were able to turn the game around from 2-1 and then winning 3-2.
All right. And of course, for me, I think I will also give it to Nigeria's squad there, at least for turning things around. We must give it to them. And yeah, let's progress and look at the casualties for this round of 16. Coach is being told to go. The Egyptian coach was being told to go. Nigeria's was just told to go too after that. And not only that,
Ugandan coach too.
You also told to go. So many of them. But there are still the reports are confirmed though, but about the fact that Ave Ronaldo has resigned because of the outcome of
that has not been confirmed. But if he's sacked, man, maybe this is time for him to go. He has been in charge of the team for like the past 2 years, and at the World Cup, it was not an impressive showing, and then now it's still the same old story. Maybe it's time for them to change things up. in Morocco.
Habib, there's a particular game which is going to form the next discussion about that we are moving to the quarterfinals now. And coincidentally, CAF has said that there will be VAR, the video assistant referee, for the quarterfinals. And the last game, one of the last round of 16 game between Ghana and Tunisia,
yes,
ended in a controversial manner because of a goal that a lot of people thought
was not supposed to be a goal. Yes, and then it's we having the VAR in the quarterfinals has received a lot of criticism from everyone. Why can't we have the VAR starting from the VAR from the beginning of the tournament? Why is it in the quarterfinals? Maybe incidents like that would have been avoided and would have had a fair game to Ghana. But then Ghana is out; they'll be licking their wounds and feel done by harsh referee decision.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry for Ghana. They have to go. And let's talk about the quarterfinal games that is starting now. And the first of the bunch is going to be between Senegal and Benin. Another West African derby again.
Yes.
Will Benin Republic be second time lucky, or should I say because they've been lucky all through?
Benin Republic in this tournament have not been able to win any match. It's been draws, and winning against Morocco too was draw in regulation time. So they were able to win via penalties. I think the way the team is set up is just to defend, make sure they don't concede, they don't lose their eyes, and they have very pacey wingers. And they have Stevie Mounier in front, who's always willing to shield the ball, get the opponent's defenders, attract them to himself, and allow his other players to play. We also have the ageless Stefan Sessegnon, who's still captaining the team at the age of 35. He's still having an impressive tournament so far. We have Adeoti, we have Imura at the back. We have players like that who are really giving it their all in this tournament. They are playing beautiful football. Well, maybe not so impressive attack-wise, but defensively they've been able to hold their own, and I think that's a very strong base for them. Meeting Senegal in this game, Senegal are slowly coming into the tournament, though they weren't also very impressive against Uganda, but they were able to.
They were able to grind the results.
They were able to grind out the results, yes, and then even missing the penalty in the game. So I think this is going to be a very interesting fixture, but as we have seen in this time, it might just be another drab affair, a lone goal victory, or maybe a penalty win for Senegal, I think.
All right, the second game will be between Nigeria and South Africa. Another game that will be interesting.
Coach General Ross said, like, if you can defeat the host team, then you're a favorite. That means he's trying to play some games with the South African team. And then the South African coach also said that Nigeria is one of the favorites in the tournament. So the mind game continues. Yes, the mind game continues. And then we are seeing another fixture against between Nigeria and South Africa. Well, in the AFCON, we've only met like twice, and we've been able to beat them on both occasions. So I think this is going to be a very interesting affair, interesting encounter for the two teams. South Africa still like basking in the euphoria of their victory against Egypt. Will be willing to take this one against the Super Eagles. Maybe this is their time to really show what they are made of. We have players like Pesita, Williard, and impressive outing against Egypt, and Lodge, who scored the winning goal, Motiba, and the rest of the team. They gave a good showing against Egypt, and would expect that they'll give the Super Eagles a really good game today. But then the Super Eagles are on the eye at the moment, having defeated defending champions Cameroon, and we expect that they'll be able to tweak in one or two things, because in the last game we noticed that the fullbacks struggled a little bit against Clinton Ije and Basagog. They struggled
another first Pesita and the rest of that.
Yes, Pesita, and then coming against Pesita, who is one of the explosive players in this tournament. I think it's going to be a struggle for our left back, makeshift left back, that is Ola, and then Awazim. So I expect the coach to change things up a little bit. And then our holding midfield too, didn't really impress in the game against Cameroon. But I hope that today they would give a good showing. I'd expect the Super Eagles to nick this one too.
All right. Two squads, two countries going. One defeated the defending champion, one defeated the host nation. And let's go superstitious now. There's this story about Nigeria not wearing the green jersey.
Yes. So whenever Nigeria wears the green jersey, there's this conspiracy that Nigeria loses the game. So we hope they don't wear the green jersey today. Or then maybe we hope that they are going to change the story today if they wear the green jersey.
That's it.
But I don't actually expect Nigeria to lose today. They have all going for them.
All right. We are Africans and we are superstitious anyway.
Yes.
So that's it. And let's look at the one for Thursday. It is Cote d'Ivoire against Algeria. This Cote d'Ivoire has not impressed me a bit in this championship. Yeah. So I don't know is there anything they are keeping that they might be showing against this Algerian side that is taking everybody apart?
Well, you look at the Ivorian team with the array of stars they have. They've not really been impressive in this tournament, but they've been nicking the result. They've been able to grind out results when needed. And look at the round of 16 game against Mali. They were sitting back all the time. They were always on the back foot in that game. And Mali did all the playing, and then just one chance, just one goal, and that was the end of the game. So I think they had the game plan in this tournament. Just sit back, just play your game, do the little bit you can, take your chances, and let's go. So, but coming up against Algeria, who's been the boogie team in this tournament, just blowing everybody apart out, is going to be a difficult showing. But then I would expect that Algeria would finally show the upper hand in this game. Yes.
Right. Okay, you're giving it to Algeria. Okay, the last game will be Madagascar against Tunisia. The big boys on the roller coaster for the Malagasy side, and against Tunisia too, that has also been very lucky too in this competition.
Yeah, Tunisia well, maybe of the teams in the quarterfinal, I think they have been the ones with the least impressive performance. Not really impressive. They're playing like some sort of boring football, but then it is football. They were able to get a win against Ghana in their last game. I think that might be a spur for them and get them in the mood to play again. They are playing Madagascar, who are really on a Cinderella run, as you have said earlier, and this is where experience counts. Madagascar might be a little bit inexperienced. They've not been at this level before, and they might have to struggle with the superior firepower of Tunisia. I think Tunisia would just make it a day for Madagascar in this tournament. Wow.
All right, before we go, one more question for you, Abib, before we go. The fact that people have not been turning out talking about Egyptians going to watch games that is not Egypt inclined, that maybe Egyptians, their national team is not playing. Isn't that a worry for you as we move without, because the Nations Cup is no longer, the Pharaohs are no longer in the
what we've observed in this tournament is that we only have huge turnouts whenever Egypt is playing. There's been the attendance has not been impressive for other teams, other games. Now that Egypt is out, would just have to make do with low performance. I think maybe in the finals you might have impressive attendance too, but with Egypt out, I think most people are just going to would lose interest in the tournament, and we just have to deal with the low attendance.
All right. Okay, we hope to deal with that, and hopefully the grand finale later on, we will see a large turnout of football lovers coming around to cheer the finalists anyway. Thanks for joining us on this edition of the AFCON 2019 show on SaharaTV. Abib, thanks very much for coming around.
It's a pleasure to be around.
And it's my pleasure bringing this to you. My name is Jide Olano. See you in a subsequent edition.